Make your way to your seats. We've got a fantastic afternoon of music. I love these Sunday afternoon shows. It's such a nice time of the day to have music. I first met Mark on the open mic scene in Cambridge and old one in Natick and a bunch of other places. The great thing about Mark is that when I was just a young songwriter coming up, he always went way out of his way to say kind, encouraging words to me and encourage me along the way. And then when I got to know Mark and know his music, you just learn how much of a treasure of music that this guy has behind him, the history that he knows, the history that he brings to his music, and just the traditional aspect. He's really just one of the best performers and one of the most energetic individuals that I know. It's a pleasure having him here in this room. We're going to get to Andrew in a little while. But first up, please join me, welcome me, Mark Brine to the stage. Come on, hey, Mark.
Well, thank you so much, Dan. Dan's one of my sons. I call him one of my sons. He's been have a lot of respect for this young man. He's really a talented performer in his own right. I'll tell you that right now. He's going to help me on one song here. This one goes back. This is for some old friends we got here, and hopefully I can make it sound pretty good. Winter snow has turned to rain. Oh, my sweet lily white, I will stand by you tonight, for your petals must never fall. Your beauty brings hope to all. Sitting lonely in a field, a special fragrance you do yield, for it is that time of year when trees stop their leaves to bear. A couple of years. Winter snow has turned to rain. She will come and meet me again. Meanwhile, I'll love only you till Jack Frost steals away the dew. Winter snow has turned to rain. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dan. Dan Trudeau. Should have been here on that guitar. parlor we shared Christmas gifts and joys that haunt once more. In the parlor we played games of chess and checkers on the floor, while the old black and white glowed above to the dim-lit coziness, like a fireplace that tugs the eyes and warms the internet. In the parlor on the table where the aged old pictures sat, in frames propped up like watching us, our generations past. Some I'd known and some I'd not, but if only in that still their memories secured in me, and I'm sure they always will. In the parlor stood the sofa I knelt upon in prayer, slept upon in sickness, and sometimes used as a chair to sit amongst the silent love that softly settled there. Yes, like a savored odor I yet can smell, that I long to but cannot share, except in a song. The parlor song. In the parlor where we lived and died, and the spirits yet remain, like an echo in a tunneled scene, where things move but never change. I can see us close, though not to touch, all together once again, in the parlor in nostalgic memories, in the fondly never dying then. In the parlor stood the sofa I knelt upon in prayer, slept upon in sickness, though sometimes used as a chair to sit amongst the silent lull that softly settled there. Yes, like a savored odor I yet can't smell, that I long to but cannot share, except in a song. The parlor 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 song. Obviously, the parlor song. Thank you. Now I'm gonna bring up some rascals that I've been playing with here every time I come up, pretty much. They're some wild boys, but I'll tell you what, they play the stuff good. And we got Gary Richard on the bass, on the stand-up bass. Tim Roper on the violin fiddle. Doc Murdoch on a dobro guitar. And as I remember, Doc, you're going to kick this off, buddy, I think. In the summertime, sit around the old corner store, listening to the stories that the old men told about their women, their cars, and the war. Yeah, I recall them very vivid, them days of yesteryear, them childhood memories so dear. That little neighborhood was my whole world, and nothing else mattered beyond that. In them good old days, living was so easy back then. Them good old days, if I could only be there again. Ooh, them good old days. You know, summer nights, my granddad, he'd take me down the square just to sit and watch the trucks roll by. We'd stay till it was late and then go get an ice cream cone, and I'd be just so satisfied. Thanks, Granddad. In them good old days, life was so simple back then. Them good old days, if I could only be there again. Ooh, them good old days. Yeah, the mischief I'd get into, them little girls I'd tease, the abandoned school days I'd sit, staring out the window at the grown-up world, just wishing I could get in. Yes, and now it's so ironic, 'cause here I am, working for the man every day, staring out the window at them little kids outside, just wishing I could find me a way back to them good old days, them good old days. Life was so simple back then. Them good old days, if I could only be there again. Ooh, them good old days. Ooh, them good old days. Lord, 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 them good old days. Good old days. There's a hillbilly song it's playing. Darling, please come and dance with me. Hear the fiddle, guitar, and the dobro. I'm sorry. Oh, darling, please, would you please come to me and waltz to the shining down moon? Here's a hillbilly song is playing. It's on such a romantic tune. There's a hillbilly song and it's playing. I can feel your soft touch as we're swaying. Ain't nothing in the world to steal me away when there's a hillbilly song and it's playing. Woo! Oh, Tim, get in there. In your ear you can hear my soft whisper, darling, please come and dance with me to a place just the ways that I know of, where alone we can finally be, beneath the stars and a tree that's there waiting, in the meadow we'll softly be lying, making love neath the moon to an enchanted tune, 'cause there's a hillbilly song and it's playing. Yeah, there's a hillbilly song and it's playing. I can feel your soft touches were swaying, and there's nothing in the world can steal me away when there's a hillbilly song and it's playing. Yeah, there's a hillbilly song and it's playing. There's a hillbilly song and it's playing. Yeah, there's a hillbilly song and it's playing. Thank you. You know, speaking of albums, and I think I'm working on my 13th right now. I don't know if that's bad luck, but it could be. So my new album's called Return of the Drifter, and it's according to Mark, like Luke, Mark, John. The greatest part of it for me is my son is on it, Keith Brine. Yeah, it's Keeve, and he's a rock and roller, and he had to behave himself when playing with Dad. I'll tell you what, he had a tough time coming down to play simple stuff and keep it smooth, you know. But I'm very proud of him, and so he'll be featured on that album along with a couple steel players and that took turns. And I'm very proud of all my children. I got a wonderful daughter, and great grandchildren. Behave and you get that old. Of course, I didn't behave. I don't know what the heck happened. I think that ruined it somewhere. Anyway, here we go. This is one I wrote for my son many years ago when he was becoming a man. You know, the teenage years are tough, especially between father and son. You know, because a man has his idea, and you know, I don't know about how it was with a girl, but I know for sure. Well, that was tough too, but anyway, this was written, I was away for a good while, and I wrote this for him to kind of let him know what I thought about him. I had a little dream one night about him, and here it's all in this song here, okay? I wandered down the back roads last night, deep into the sleeping hands of time. Back to the home that we once knew, and I saw a fleeting glimpse there of you in your school uniform, with your long blonde hair and that tie you used to wear. And we were pals once again, in those few short moments lost in space. And I remember feeling just so overwhelmed at simply seeing your little face. And I ran my hand across your head for good luck, like I always used to do way back then, as you showed me your drawing of a truck. And in that moment the dream came to an end. Back roads, down the back roads of time. Back roads, down the back roads of my mind. Oh, Doc, play that thing, buddy. Doc Murdoch. Oh, you got it, Doc. Go with it, buddy. Here comes Tim Roper on the fiddle guitar. The git fiddle. It's sad how the paths of life just stray. Fathers and sons, how they go their separate ways. And I realize it's all the master's plan. He molds you in his hands, you become a full-grown man. But I only hope that one day in your travels, no matter where the road may go, and how the tale unravels, you're somewhere when you stop to look behind. You know I'll always be there, down the back roads of your mind. Back roads, down the back roads in time. Back roads, down the back roads of your mind. And then the rest of my keyboard. Thank you so much. Thank you. Most of the songs we're doing tonight are of course, associated with this documentary and so forth, and about the history behind a lot of it. So, anyway, there's one young lady missing tonight. She's not here, and that's my wife, Karen, and I wrote this song for her a number of years back. I was in New York City walking around, and I was on Broadway, and I looked through the window and I seen this girl, a young woman. She was just so ecstatic over this dress, and you could see this guy there with her, and I thought, that's what I want to do to my girl right there. Never yet, but I was walking down Broadway just the other day, went in through a little shop window. I saw a young lady in her new dress, all aglow. Her happiness was showing, and I had to stop for the beauty of it made me. She was so in her glory, her proud husband was too, and she fluttered about like a butterfly in the looking glass. Then I saw you in her place, with that smile on your face, and ooh, how I wish I could someday do you like that. Yeah, pretty thing. Someday I'll get there for you, for all that you do, the happiness you bring. Ooh, pretty thing, for my pretty thing. Oh Lord, you're my pretty thing. You say it don't matter that you love me anyways, but deep down inside I can tell that you're not happy. 'Cause your sad eyes give away, it goes on day after day, and it only makes me want more and more to give to my lady. Yeah, pretty, pretty, pretty things. Someday I'll get there for you, baby. For all that you do, the happiness you bring. Ooh, 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 pretty thing. Oh, my pretty thing. Oh, Lord, you're my pretty thing. And I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, pretty thing, girl. Yes, yes, I'm pretty thing. Lord, Lord, you're my pretty thing. There you go, that's for my Karen. Thank you. Thanks so much. You know, it's a funny thing with family and all that. When I had my first CD out, I sat in the backyard with my folks, you know, my dad and mom, and listened to the whole thing out there on the little thing, you know, sitting out there enjoying the evening, you know. And when it was all done, I said to my dad, I said, well, what do you think? He said, I like old Susanna. I said, I felt like saying, all those songs I wrote, you didn't notice anything, but you noticed old Susanna. But it is a great song, and of course I love it. And I wouldn't have done it if I hadn't done it. You know, Stephen Foster's my favorite songwriter of all time. He's the daddy of American music. There's no question about that. But my dad and mom were so honest about life, and you know, never said a bad word about anybody. But when you ask them something, you be direct. You know, the salt of the earth. Anyway, here we go. Well, I come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. I'm a gone Louisiana, my true love for to sing. It rained all night the day we left. The weather, it was dry. The sun so hot I froze to death. Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me. 'Cause I come from Alabama with my banjo on my name. I had a dream the other night when everything was still. I thought I saw Susanna, she was coming down the hill. The buckwheat cake was in her mouth, I tell you what, in her eye. Says, I am coming up from the south, Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me. I come from Alabama with my dobro on my name. I didn't, but Doc did. Here's Doc. Kick that thing, boy. One more time. That's Doc Murdoch. fiddle on his knee. That's tough to do. I said, we'll be in New Orleans, where I will look around. And when I find Susanna, I'm gonna fall upon the ground. And if I do not find the Lord, you know I'll surely die. And when I'm dead and buried, Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me. 'Cause I come from Alabama with my guitar on my knee. That's from my dad, God rest his soul. And I believe God is, because he's such a good man, very selfless man. And what lessons he taught me. Back when I was in Nashville many years ago, I put a record out, tribute to my parents, and both of them, you know. So this is a little bit outdated lyrically. All the kids are growing up now. But I do want to mention on this song that I called it, my folks were like Ma and Pa Kettle. And a lot of times people might think of the comedy team, and they were a comedy team. And I'll tell you what, we did have some funny days. We also had some really serious and hard days. So I was really referring to the common folkness, the salt of the earth kind of people they were, more than the comedy team, obviously. So this goes out to my parents, who, it's funny how you get older, you realize just how much they really did. And I have the great honor to, a great knowledge or whatever, so much to know that I told my dad that before he passed away. And I think that's an important thing. If you can't, you know, understand your parents, you're going to have problems the rest of your life. It's okay. My folks were like Ma and Pa Kettle. That's just how my childhood appeared. Now that I've grown up and I've wandered away, you know it's really been quite a few years. When I'd run in, slamming the screen door, hey Ma, what's for supper tonight? And like a sensitive mom, she'd always listen to me. I'd play my guitar while I was trying not quiet, but they always had some understanding of what I was doing and why. And when I think of the craziest things that I did, I feel awful just knowing they cried. 'Cause my folks were like Ma and Pa Kettle, struggling day after day. And with all of us kids, they done the best that they could, proving where there's a will, there's a way. And at times it was hard, but the storms always settled, 'cause my folks were just like Ma and Pa Kettle. Yeah, my folks were just like Ma and Pa Kettle. Children, well, they're mostly all grown, but there's a few at the old house back there. But being the oldest, it's just memories to me of a time that we no more can share. But in the back of my mind there's a screen door, and now and then I can still hear it slam. And I'm back home again in Ma and Pa Kettle, and I'm happy every time that I am. 'Cause my folks were just like Ma and Pa Kettle, struggling day after day. And with all of us kids, they done the best that they could, proving where there's a will, there's a way. And at times it was hard, the storms always settle, 'cause my folks were like Ma and Pa Kettle. Yeah, my folks were just like Ma and Pa Kettle. They're my folks who like Ma and Pa Kettle. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. I want to give these two guys a break. This one and that one back there. Gary Richards on the bass. I don't mention him too much. He's a hell of a player. I'm going to tell you something. He is a wonderful talent. He plays with a lot of folks. I robbed him today. I got him today. I'll tell you what, he's a hell of a player. And of course, Doc Murdoch. But I'm going to get Tim here to play with me on this one, I think. You know, there's people that come into your life, and you know, I like to think I love all the people who came into my life, even the ones that gave me trouble. And really, I do. And I do wish the best for them. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to anybody. But there's some people that come into your life, you know, that are very special people. And they're just like maybe the 5 or something. You can count on one here or something. And, you know, this is written about a buddy of mine. And, you know, everybody has a different relationship with one person. It's really funny how, you know, one person will talk to somebody about this and then to another about that. And, you know, so, you know, people think, well, you know, I don't remember him like that or like this or that, you know. But that's because they, you know, everybody has a different kind of relationship going on. Actually, I'll tell you a little story about this too. We did a song by the Transatlantic Subway on the beginning. But there was another group I was in that I think there's some folks here from that, maybe, I don't know. There's a group called Instant Up. And there was never any recording saved of that group, you know. So this is kind of, I derived this from an Instant Up song that I had written years before. Because I wanted the mood and the time, you know. With the melody and all that. So this is for the Instant Up folks as well. Me and Willie, we'd run away out here to Styles Pond and stay here till the early hours would meet the break of dawn. Then one night Willie drowned here in a still unanswered way. But in the memories of my youth, he's still alive today. Willie would have been my age, but God just didn't plan. All Willie's ever growing up to be a full-grown man. But through the spring years of our lives, we palled together here. I talk about the future, but Willie never seemed to hear. Willie, can you hear me? I wish to God that you could. It's almost like you knew it, Willie. I just never understood. Willie, are you happy? Are you where you wanted to be? Oh, Willie, do you ever come back here and reminisce like me? Willie used to say that he could hear God's angels sing, and even to this day I always just sit here listening. And sometimes I swear I can hear them when I stare across the pond. And way off in the distance I swear I'm hearing Willie singing low. Willie, can you hear me? I wish to God that you could. It's almost like you knew it, Willie. I just never understood. Willie, are you happy? Are you where you wanted to be? Oh, Willie, you ever come back here and reminisce like me? There you go. William Hobart. There you go. Thank you so much. Well, you know, of course, I wrote a novel about all those days, and of course, okay, Doc, let's play that yodel, buddy. Yeah, there's a new blue yodel and I'll sing it here for you. There's a new blue yodel and I'll sing it here for you. Jimmy Rogers, well, he done started, but I'm gonna see it through. Because the world goes round and nothing ever really changes. This world go around and nothing never gonna change. It's just like one big old circle, you know, everything goes round again. You know, the blues been with us ever since the world began. How many of you done started back when the world began? It's bound to still be with us when the good Lord, He returns again. Our dark place. You got it, buddy. Here comes Tim with that fiddle. you're from, it's the only way you're going to. How can you go forward when you're always looking back? Even Jimmy, well, he would tell you, buddy, it's time to look for the new. So here's a new blue yodel, and I'll sing here for you. Here's a new blue yodel, and sing here for you. Jimmy Rogers, when he done started, I know, but I'm gonna see it through. Yodelay, 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 yodelay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I've had a couple people say to me on occasion, you know, you're not going to do that song again tonight. That song got 2 Grammy nominations, got me on the Grand Ole Opry. I'm going to do that till I die. I'm grateful for that song. But that's Blue Yodel number 14. We began the series again with Jimmy Rogers. Just starting to really get his due these days. I mean, he was pretty famous in his time, but now people are really seeing what he did. I'm going to do you one more song. And again, I thank the Amazing Things Coffee House. This is a great listening room, and these are some great people to work with, and it's so good to let me come in. I'm going to end up with this one. This is my epitaph song. And written a long time ago. It's got to be Charlington. Someday you're gonna come back looking for me. Someday when your heart starts to listen, you're gonna come to my door. But I won't be there no more. It just be a note that says, sorry, gone fishing. Sorry, gone fishing. And I doubt I'll be back, 'cause there's too many fish to be catching. I tried for so long to warn you, but you just wouldn't listen. So now it's too late. Sorry, gone fishing. I'll be down at the stream, you know what I mean. When you come back, you're looking for this one, but there'll be no one to find. No, you won't be on my mind, 'cause like I said, sorry, gone fishing. Sorry, gone fishing, and I doubt I'll be back, 'cause there's too many fish to be catching. I tried for so long to warn you, but you just wouldn't listen, so now it's too late, babe. Sorry, gone fishing. You tried for so long to warn you, but you wouldn't pay attention. So like I said, sorry, gone fishing. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you so much. And thanks to this great band. Thank you, everybody.
Mark Brine, everybody. How about that, Mark Brine, right there?
Thank you.
I think, how about one more song from Mr. Lockdown. One more song, man? One more song? Just one more song before we get the end right here. You like that, boys? One more song.
We'll do one more if you stay up here and play with us. Play some guitar with us. Oh, sorry, did I get your head?
That's all right. Did I break your guitar?
They ain't close with that head, but no, I hit him on the head with my guitar. I'm sorry there. Maybe he needs it, I don't know. No, I'm only kidding. Well, that affords me the chance to do what most country bands do. They are country music bands, and I don't consider myself country. I always tell people I'm a folk artist. You know, folk country maybe, but anyway, yeah, on all their shows they sing about cheating, beating their brother-in-law half to death with a stick, you know, so they can buy an Evinrude or something, or, you know, stealing their wife's diamond ring and, you know, go pawn it and buy an Evinrude. An Evinrude's a motor on a boat, in case you don't know. But at the end of the night, they always redeem themselves with a good couple of religious songs. So this one here is one I wrote, and we'll round up on this, and Dan's going to join us. Okay. He wrote our names upon his hands, as he promised us so long ago, that he would never, ever forget us, wherever that he may go. Indelibly, he had them placed there, like initials carved in a tree, as a sign of love ever enduring, before we even ever came to be. Yeah, he knew each one of us before the dawning of time. That's what he wrote in his word, and in an act of total self-denial, he gave himself that we might be assured. Yes, in a promise of old, as the words they were told, that he would never forget us or leave us out in the cold. Oh, he wrote our names upon his hands. Dan, get on that guitar, buddy. And Dan Cody, give him a big hand on that guitar. Oh, here comes Doc on that dobro guitar. Get in there. Yeah, he wrote our names upon his hands, embedded right deep in his flesh, as a show of love completely unequal, not to mention its selflessness. Yes, to right the wrong of one man's crime, that all through him might not fail. Yeah, he wrote our names upon his hands with a pair of rusty old nails. Yes, in a promise of old, as the words they were told, that he would never forget lead us out in the cold. Oh, he wrote our names upon his hands. Yes, he did. He wrote our names upon his hands. Yes, he did. Thank you so much, folks, and thanks to everybody for tonight. It was a great time. Hang in for Andrew. Andrew's coming. I'm dying to see him. Andrew Green coming right at you. And thank you, Dan, for joining us.
Mark Brine, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen.